who is online, who is not. So please, if you are in the OGV group or the marketing group, let me know that you are connected. So I know who is in the 4 spettatori attuali, who is here. Okay? So please, let me know. So we have Genova, Alessio, hey, how are you? Who else? Partenope, also. Amazing. Federico II, cool. Someone else is here. Bravo, guys. Very good. You need to text Mauro and say that to him. Okay. So we are going to wait 3 minutes to start. So if somebody is going to join us, someone else. In this moment we have 7 people. So it's very cool. Leccino. What is that? Lecchino. Okay. Who else is here? Otto. Spettatori. Someone else? Someone else? Okay, so we can kill a little bit the anxiety and wait a little bit seconds. So I want to show you who is in the office. So we have Alessio and Veronica. Say hi to the live. Veronica, say hi. So we have Mimi that is working. Mimi, say hi. I know. Say hi.
Ciao.
And Michela. Bravo. Okay, Padova is connecting. Bravo, Sophie. Someone is connected. Somebody from marketing is here. Okay. Okay, 1 minute I'm going to start. So we start on time. And we have 10 people connected, so it's cool. Okay.
Did you send by the app? Yeah. And they didn't answer? Nothing.
Okay. Okay, Leo, how are you? So we have Bologna. Tutti. Who else? Well, we have 13 people. Bravo, tutti. So we are going to start. So it's very important. This is the open space of February. Basically, it's going to be about international relations. So one of the things that you should be doing in this moment is all your IR plan, but also your TCM. That is crucial to all the things that you are going to do this semester. It's very, very important that you have it. So we are going to talk about the topics of IR, but first, to try to understand a little bit what is the objective of this space. To try to understand what is going to happen with that. And for example, international relations, how to boost operations using and selling the right countries, but also how to deliver more and better experience through international relations. So basically on that, try to understand what is going to be the next steps. So the topics that we are going to have in the chat, from one side, check-in, fast check-in to know who is here. Then why to have our country partners and try to understand the country partners. Then we are going to go through the country partners, and then we are going to talk about how to build cooperations and how to work with them. And then we are going to talk about the next steps, the things that need to be very clear during these next weeks. So the first topic that I want to point is the monthly priority, so you don't forget about it. This month need to be ready the IR plan and the GTCM for summer. Basically, this is going to guide you who is going to be the next steps during the semester, where are you going to promote, what is your goal, where are going to be your channels. Remember that you should have a synergy with your marketing to define this. The second one is FICO and realization follow-up. This month we are having realizations, and we start having finished from January. So it's very, very important that you start managing these people, the people that is coming back, to understand when they are going to be complete, and try to understand the realizations that you are having, what is going to happen with that. And the last one is the BP routine. Is you need to start working, having the meetings, and trying to understand what is going to happen in the daily life of a BP. So you need to start pushing yourself to understand what is happening in your daily life. So it's check expat, or with your EP managers, and to try to understand what is happening. So guys, if you hear me well, let me know, because I know that somebody of you are commenting in the group, so let me know if I have to move. Okay. Okay, bravo Ana. So you need to create an account if you want to comment, but still, if you cannot, you can use the WhatsApp channel. Okay. Okay, so we are going to make a fast check-in. Basically, I'm going to try to do this, or I hope not to look like an idiot. So I need you to answer in WhatsApp or in the Facebook live chat, YouTube live chat, about how do you feel in this moment. So Michael appeared. So we have a kind of emotion. So we have A, B, C, D, E, F. So in this moment, you are an A, you are a B, a C, a D, a E, or an F. So please comment in the chat. How do you feel in this moment? Okay. Perfect. Angela is here. Super cool. So welcome, Angela. After 13 people seeing the video. Bravo, Mariano. So you feel a big cup. Alessio D. Martina D. Hey Martina, how are you? Who is Mile Sofile? Where are you from, Mile? Anna Pia D. Madonna, guys. Today is Wednesday. A lot of alcohol. Okay. Good. Somebody else? Somebody that is connect? F. Enrica. Yes, well, I was in that way last week. Okay, D. I think Michela also feels D, and Mauro feels F. So Mauro is in that way. Hey Roberto, how are you? Also D. Madonna, guys. There's a tendency for the D. So Mauro, how do you feel? What? In these ones, how do you feel? I am in a live chat. That is Mauro, or MCP is there. F. So Mauro feel like F, I told you guys. Okay, so we are going to start with the live space with all the content. So we are going to talk about international relations, and we are going to start with the first part. It's very important, if you have a question, please write down so we can go solving the doubts. If you want something comment, you have doubts about the partners, this is the moment to solve it. So why do we have country partners? And it's a discussion I have with some VPs that say, but we are an open platform, we have a lot of opportunities there. Hey Fede, hey Emma, thank you for joining. Why we have country partners? Why we work with some entities and we don't work with other entities? So the first one is, and I think one of the most important is, these country partners and having specific opportunities is allowing us to have almost always develop leadership. In some countries, we cannot ensure that if we send somebody, we are going to develop leadership or we are going to fulfill standards. So at least with country partners, we have a certain, we are a common agreement that we are going to work to achieve standards. So we are creating strategies with them, we are in constant communication with them to ensure that we are developing leadership and we are developing, we are delivering all the things that we promise. The second one is allow us to manage big volumes. So we have entities that have very good delivery, that are quite good, but they have very few opportunities or they don't work for summer peak. So the second characteristic of country partners allow us to manage volume, allow us to work with a lot of volume and can supply ISEG in Italy. And the third one is their processes are faster than the average of the country, so they allow us and we can ensure that we can have an approval in 10 days or less with them. So this third characteristic is also very important because if we want to grow as an entity, we need to start being faster in the way that we deliver our process. So it's very, very important, these three characteristics, because for one side, we need to ensure quality, but also we need to ensure that we are faster and we ensure that we can manage volume with them. So this is the three characteristics. I don't know if you have questions about it or if you have doubts about it, but basically we select some countries of the pool of opportunities that ISEG has, and we decide to work with them based on these characteristics. So what are our country partners and with who we are going to start working for summer peak? And with summer peak I mean now, because summer peak is in 3 months basically. So basically we need to start working for it. And what are the country partners that we have as ISEG in Italy? So we have Americas, that is Brazil, Colombia, and Argentina. So we have Brazil, that is our main supplier since some years. We have Colombia and Argentina. Argentina is a new country partner with the one that we are going to start working. Basically, in the market analysis that we did, people is interested to go to Brazil, Argentina, and Colombia. But the issue that we have in the past in Argentina is people were very interested to work, but we never push a lot to go to Argentina. So the conversion rate that we have in the past were very bad. So the idea to put Argentina is to capitalize that market that want to go to a Spanish country and they don't want to go to Colombia. And we are going to start pushing to have better conversion and to ensure that people that apply get approved. Then we have Poland, Turkey, Greece, Croatia, and Romania. That basically we are continuing with the same partners in Europe. For one side, the work that we were doing with Turkey was having a lot of results. Basically, we passed from having 0 approved in the last term of MC to have already 8 approvals in the first 6 months. And also Turkey is opening new opportunities and also have opportunities already open for summer peak. So it's a partner that we want to continue working. Then we have Romania that also have a lot of opportunities over for summer peak. And I know that in some markets can be a little bit difficult. People don't want to go to Romania, but still it's a market that if you sell in the right way can be very attractive for some people because it's cheap to go and also the projects are very cool. And it's a country that, for example, the mobility is very easy from Italy. And then we have Poland, Croatia, and Greece. Also, Croatia already have opportunities open for summer peak. They have the Immersive World in the City, that is their main project, and where we send like 90% of our approvals. It's a project that can be on demand for Italians. So if you have people that wants to go to Croatia, that is cheap to go from Italy, that is very good in delivery, and that is for sure very cool in summer, you can have and you can get approvals there. Then you have Greece. They have some opportunities already open for summer peak. They have NGO opportunities with NGOs, but in this moment they are still selling. They are going to have all the opportunities open at the end of March, and also it's the same for Poland. They have already some opportunities, but very few. Still, they don't have a lot. All the openings open for summer peak. So this is Europe. So you can see we have a lot of different countries, from the countries that are very close that can be very cheap to travel, and also countries with very cool projects that can be very cool proposals for our entities and our customers. Then we have AP, so we have mainland of China. We work very well with China in December. They work very fast. They already open summer opportunities, and basically we were not having many issues with the visa of China. Still, we are going to give some guidelines about how is the process of visa, but mainly with China, Isaac in Venice was working very good, and other entities have some approvals in China. And then we have a second country that is a new partner, that is Indonesia. It's a country that we want to start working in. Making the market research that we did, we realized that people is interested to go to the Southeast Asia. So Indonesia is one of the best countries in AP, also one of the best in quality, also in volume. Indonesia is a big entity in ISA worldwide, so it's an entity that can supply us and have very good quality process in general. So we are going to start working with them. So already you have all the information about the projects, about the contact list, and we are going to start creating more information about how to sell Indonesia with our IR managers. Okay, then what else? So this is our country partners. I have the question if somebody have doubts or want me to go in deep with each one, but this is basically the 10 countries that we are going to work this summer. Obviously at local level the recommendation is not to work with the 10. Prioritize based on your market analysis and your historical data with which countries are you going to start working on. Okay, so do you have any questions, doubts? Who is still here? Okay, let's see. No one. Okay, so I'm going to continue if you don't have doubts about the country partners. So you can find all the information about country partners in our Bitly, Madonna KIR, basically there. Okay, can we speak more about the new partners? So basically all the information about the country partners you can find in the internationals tool. We select Argentina because Argentina, in the destinies of Americas, based in the marketing analysis, is the second more attractive after Brazil. Also, if you look in terms of development quality of projects, it's one of the entities that is growing more in Americas. For example, Colombia, Peru, Mexico grew a lot in the past years, but in this moment they are slowing down a little bit the growth. And Argentina is an entity that's growing a lot, and they don't have main partners in Europe. So it's a country that we can supply very easily, and also it's very attractive for the people that live in Italy to go there. It's like the south of Brazil that also is very attractive. Also, some people have family there or have roots there. So it's something that to consider. Also, one thing with Argentina, they have very cool projects in terms of inequalities. So they have a project called Trampoline, and also they have one project with women that I don't remember at this moment the name, but Ubuntu, so you can find the tool. So it's also a value proposition that can be different. If people don't want to Colombia and can go to Argentina. In terms of Indonesia, is basically one supply that can replace India and Sri Lanka. So as an option of other destiny, because you know that we usually attract a lot of people that want to go to India. It can be that we are not doing promotion, but still people want to go to India. So I think Indonesia can be an option to say to people, okay, don't go to India, go to Indonesia because it's attractive, because and this is a very different culture. And also they have very interesting projects, very similar to India, but in a better delivery. So that are the main reasons. Obviously, it's a market that we are exploring and we will see the results. But still, I think Argentina and Indonesia can work very well. If you ask yourself why we don't have an Africa countries, basically we make the research. Obviously, Africa for European people is very attractive to go, but we cannot guarantee the country that have a good delivery. For them. Why Taiwan is not appearing anymore? Ciao, Emma. Taiwan, when we were making the IR analysis, we find that Taiwan didn't have a lot of opportunities open. And when I was double checking with them, CVP, she told me that the opportunities are going to be in the late April, so it's very late for us. Still, we will see how it's going the semester, and as soon they have opened some opportunities, we can also promote because they are good in terms of quality. But in this moment, if we want to start working with Asia, my recommendation is go to China or Indonesia. Still for Taiwan, the visa is more easy, but they don't have a lot of opportunities for summer. So it can be a local partner you can have it in mind, it's not an issue. But at national level, they cannot supply us in this moment. Okay, someone else? There are more doubts? Or is clear? Okay. Thank you, Emma. So the tool, you can check all the information here. There is going to be all the information of IR of OGV and ISEC in Italy. We are going to start uploading stuff, so things from the NST that we're going to create. This weekend we have NST Summit, so we are going to create some materials, and I'm going to start notifying if we have any update. So what means a national partner, I already explained. We recommend, and the important here is we recommend people to work with these country partners. They are going to be national focused. That means that all national promotion is going to go around these countries. We are not going to have national promotion with India, Russia, and Egypt, for example, or other countries that are not in this list. And all the strategy of IR, the promotion, should be aligned with this. What happens if I want other partners is we strongly advise as MC not to have other country partners outside of this. Because quality situations for one size, I cannot guarantee if you approve outside of country partners that you are going to have a good experience. Can be that your EP have a good experience, but it's something that I cannot guarantee for you are going to have it, or that somebody is going to reply back if we have a situation. And basically the national support, for example, from NST, from marketing side of national side, is going to be only focusing country partners. So it's an advice to not work with that. If I have people interested in Russia, India, and Egypt, as I was telling you, we are not going to work with them, but still in some markets, for example, Russia is very attractive. Russia and Asia are very attractive. So my recommendation is not to promote them and be like organic, the people that arrive organic, process, because I usually know that I want to go to India and that's it. So with India is try to sell other countries like China or Indonesia, or still Americas can be attractive for somebody that can go to Americas, to India, sorry. But in terms of Russia, Egypt, we are going to suggest 2 or 3 LCs with some opportunities that talking with MCVP can be the best options, but still in some countries that have their issues in terms of logistics. In the moment, Russia is having a very difficult situation with the OGV at national level, and they, for example, shut down a lot of opportunities. We have some issues with some entities that I have people supplying them. They shut down because they don't have responsible. So we have a list of 3 LCs that we are going to recommend, and my NST is going to be posting opportunities about them. The same with Egypt, but it's something that we are not going to promote. That you can have approvals there where nobody's going to prohibit, but my recommendation is not to promote them because we cannot guarantee some situations. So I hope this is clear. Only to let you know, with India and Egypt, we have quality cases in the past, very heavy summer in summer peak, very heavy quality cases in summer peak, also with Russia. So also that is the reason that we are taking a lot of care of our customer, and that is the reason to not being promote them. So this is the main countries, and that is the reason that we have national partners. Somebody with doubts until this point?
Give me your card number.
Yes, no. It's okay. So local alignment, and it's a point that I wanted to reach because it's very important that, because when last semester when we were doing IR plan, someone said I want to work with 10 entities, I want to work with 20 partners, and at the end you work it with nobody, because also depends a lot in the capacity that you have in your entity. So we create some recommendations depending of your tierization. So I hope everyone have clear in which tier are you. So basically the number of partners that you can have is recommended by the infrastructure and the capacity that you have. So the main recommendation that I have, okay, we can talk with you, Mariano. I have some recommendations, okay? The number of partners is determined by infrastructure and capacity. So the first recommendation that I have for you is at least you need to have one partner in Brazil. As you see in the historical data we have in the past, Brazil, all deals have approval with Brazil. So, and also is one of the entities that we can guarantee a fast process, we can guarantee a good number of opportunities. So at least always you have a partner inside Brazil that you can collaborate with. So the recommendation based on tier is, the first one is, if you are in tier 4 or you are an expansion, the recommendation is work with the national opportunities. So in the tracking tools, from the 1st of March, we are going to start posting weekly opportunities. If you were team leaders in the past, we were sending emails to your VPs with these opportunities. Some of you see the email. We are going to propose in the international relations tool this information. So you can sell that opportunities, and your focus is more in operation side. You are not going to focus in make IR. If you are in tier 4 or expansion, you should not focus in making IR partnerships. You should focus to sell the IR opportunities that the EMS is providing you, because that means that you can put all the operations and your infrastructure in make approvals and ensure that things happen. If you are in tier 3, that you have more capacity, you have a more talent capacity, that you have more standardized process, my recommendation is to have maximum 4 partners. Obviously, you can follow the national partners. When I say these partners, these LC partners, you can have a maximum of 4 in the many countries. Remember, for example, that an entity, an LC, can run 2 or 3 projects. So also be very aware that you don't need 20 partners in Brazil. You can have 2 partners in Brazil that run the 5 projects that they have. Then, if you are tier 2, that is Milan or Bologna, my recommendation is to have maximum 6 partners. And if you are tier 1, that is ISEC in Venice, have maximum 8 partners. Why? Because also you cannot have a very broad amount of entities working with and making co-delivery strategies. So this is the numbers that I suggest. Have a partner means that you are going to have a constant communication, that you are going to have co-delivery strategies, that you are going to have clear touch points in the semester to leverage operations. But so I don't mean that you're going to have like that you are going to have, for example, I'm going to text somebody. No, that is not a partnership. A partnership is something that you are creating strategies to work with. So have that in mind. It's very important. Somebody have doubts in this point. For example, I see that, for example, you have a lot of expansions and tier 4 here. So do you have doubts about this part, about that you are going to work with the international opportunity that the MC supply? clear. We have Angela. We have Fede, thank you to answer. Mariano, Leo, Roberto, Ana Pia. It's clear, top, perfect. Thank you guys. So basically I sent this in the booklet, but I'm going to pass very fast so you can go to a last point of questions and answer. So what is how you set cooperations? Hey Anna, hey Angela, how are you? So in the Bitly Madonna KIR, we are going to start posting from the 1st of March. So next week, we are going to start posting weekly opportunities. Why not now? Because I still managing my NSCIR and we are going to have the NSC Summit, but after that, we are going to start posting and you can go there and take it. And also, we are going to send a newsletter weekly with these opportunities, okay? So you can find all the opportunities there. So how do you set cooperation and how do you understand where to work in your market? So the first one is you make university clusterization. So you make that analysis of the last 2 years. If you didn't make it, you can check numbers or doing the university clusterization. Then you need to identify market segments. So you need to be more specific. So try to be specific. For example, economics and management in University of Trento is a market segment, but also you can go more in deep and, for example, for programs and try to understand that, for example, if we have lesson of Chinese and we have a program in Chinese, we can go to that market segment and promote ABC projects in China. So that is a market segment, trying to understand how you take advantage of your market. And then you need to understand exam dates that is connected with the GTC and how you are going to promote there, how you are going to approach that market, which channels are you going to use there. So I have some suggestions. So this is the first part. Basically, one of the tendencies of Italy is you have economics faculties, you have languages faculty, you have in some cases political science. So try to understand what project you can sell there. That is not saying that economics person cannot go to a very social project, but usually it's a tendency that people with a specific background or a specific interest want to go to X or Y opportunity. So that is the first step, map your market. The second one is connect with the highest global demand. And it's very important that you connect people with the projects that we have, with the opportunities that we have. We don't have engineering opportunities a lot around the world. We have very few opportunities related with architecture, for example. But it's something that you need to work it and understand that if you promote architecture projects, we are not going to have a lot. One of I have in my mind is in Colombia, in Cucuta. I don't remember more. So you need to be very aware of that if you are going to promote in a specific market segment, specific opportunities need to be somebody in the world that supply you, okay? So some recommendations for your market is something that I was working yesterday for the new members. So if you have a market segment of economics, that is basically careers related with business administration, marketing, economics, public relations background, finance, you can sell these kind of projects or the projects that are more interesting. So you have Smart Brazil, that is one of the most common projects that we have approvals. We have Impact NGO in Turkey. You have the Andes Way in Argentina. Especially the Andes Way in Argentina have different topics depending on the LC. So you have the Andes Way public relations, the Andes Way photography and digital marketing. You have the Andes Way finance, fundraising. So depending on your target, you can play with this. You can find all this information in the Search Tool of Argentina. The same for Synergy in Colombia and NGO for Change in Greece. Also NGO for Change in Greece is very specific depending on the topic. So you can start aligning. If your members, your team leaders know this, you can immediately say, I studied public relations. For example, if a customer approaches you and say, I studied public relations, I want to go a project related with that, you immediately can say, you can go to Argentina to this project in these dates, or you can go to Greece in these dates with this project. Okay, so This is very important. So I don't know if you, for economics background, do you have doubts? Question. It's basically Latin America, but also some projects in Europe, like Turkey and Greece. Okay, somebody is correcting me. Architecture projects, Brazilian, Cúcuta. Thank you, Igor. You're amazing. NSTIR, ex-NSTIR, now consultant. He's amazing. Then, language and literature. So that is basically careers related to languages, literature, interpretation, translation, cultural mediation, teaching. So here you can find, this is one of the most common projects inside in ISEC. So I took the biggest, like the projects that we have more supply, but also they was more common for us. So we speak in Colombian. That is usually projects where you teach English, also very similar to effort in Brazil. I know that in Brazil, in some else also they have effort to teach in other languages. So it's something that you can go deep and try to understand. For example, if I don't remember bad, also they have effort in some else is Italian, but very few, also Spanish and German. But that is things that you need to dig and try to understand better. You have a speaking club in Turkey with a lot of opportunities, Educar in Argentina, War in the City in Croatia. So for example, this of Croatia is very, very good option if you have people that don't want to spend a lot of money, that they have very limited time. You can send them to Croatia and they are very fast in the approval. And we have China, that also Dare to Dream. That is the majority, for example, of the approvals that we have with China is with this project. That is very cool. To all the things related with teaching. Obviously, you are going to find for example, in Romania, in Poland, similar projects, but this is the main projects and to have an overview. Remember, for example, if you have people that study Chinese, you can offer for one side the teaching experience that usually is going to be in English, to teach English or to things like that, but also you can offer to them the immersion to go in China. Remember that you are not only selling the project, instead you are selling all the complete experience. You are selling the people to go to an airport in China, to live with a Chinese family or in a Chinese place, to take food there, to go the holidays to a Chinese place. So understand that you are also selling all the complete experience. Language and literature, so this is the recommendations. Educational science and psychology, so usually these projects are more related also with teaching, so this is very similar, but it's related with social work, educational science, psychology, and social communication. It's projects that usually have very specific targets and projects that are going to also related with workshops and to work with a specific like targets, yes. So we have international kindergartens, also special care that work with children, but also we have Giramundo, barriers that takes the multiculturality as a way to make workshops and to try to work with people. And we have Next Step, Project Arte, another kind range of project that is more about how people help with career plans. So here, for example, we have Romania projects too. That is how people is going to be helping others to find a life path, especially teenagers. But also you have small kids like international kindergarten. So this is very important. Here, special cares, for example, in Colombia, in Brazil, in China, they work with disabilities, also trampoline in Argentina. So it's something that you can use if you have, for example, people from psychology or people that study social work. And the last one is political science, that usually are projects that are related with international relations background, political science, and people that are interested in international affairs in different problematics. So we have peacemakers in Colombia, and here in peacemakers also you are going to find other kind of projects in Colombia, for example, with women, with youth pregnancy, that is, for example, Horizontes in Bogota, peacemakers in some entities in Colombia that are related with the peace topic. They have Meet My Word, that is about Also multiculturality and multicultural workshops. We have Explore China, NOS in Brazil, that also, depending on the LC, work with different targets. You have Understand, and Ubuntu, that is the one of project in Argentina that I was saying about women empowerment. Is also about women empowerment. So, I finished. That is my recommendation. You are going to find a lot of projects outside. You need to try to understand which is the one that fits better with your market. I don't know if you have doubts or questions until now about which are or what can be the better project that suits with your market. Still go to the isec.org, check these projects, read in detail the job description, read in detail the things that you can do in everyone, okay? Or that your customer is going to do. You have questions, doubts, suggestions? It's clear, so please and okay, so to know that you are alive, that you are not dead, will be amazing. Also, you can send a dot, so it's very easy. You put a dot and you give send, so it's only 2 clicks, so I know that you are here. Thank you, God. You're amazing. Thank you, Mariano. Emma. Bravo, Emma. Okay, cool. Ah, sorry. Okay, clear. Thank you, guys. You're amazing. So we are going to pass to the. Okay, one something here in this step to have in mind is please very few entities fill the which entity you are going to work. Remember that in the growth path we have in the application country partners, and I'm going to use this to check -C to check entity per entity with which LCs are you going to work. So please fill. Thanks to the LCs that already filled. So if I don't remember bad, we already have Polito, we have Torino. I don't remember someone. Sorry, guys. But so remember to fill it. It's very important. So in this way we can understand what to do. Then the last step, and what is a cooperation for me? For me, a cooperation is keep a friend, keep a cooperation. It's about to having constant communication, to take care not only about the goal but also about the person. Is usually one of the things that when I was being on BPOGVs, having cooperation was allowing me to have friends around the world. I have a lot of friends in Brazil, but it was very cool because it was saying, I have a problem. They were running very fast to solve my AP's issues. But I was saying, the AP arrived, they were very happy. They were sending me videos. I remember, for example, I sent Victoria in Brazil. They were sending videos about the pickup. So it was very cool because we were establishing a friendship relation, and it's something that can allow us also to improve the quality of our projects, because at the end, if people is taking care, you are taking care, everyone is taking care, and the customer is happy. And something that to mention, in some countries, and also we need to understand, in some countries people don't use WhatsApp, so we are, and also they have prohibition to use YouTube, Gmail, and other stuff, especially with Asian countries. I mean, China especially, they use WeChat. So my recommendation is you can download it, it's free. I put the WeChat IDs in the contact list of the China people, so you can contact that people in a very easy way. I think we are going to have a WeChat group with China. As soon, I'm going to double check that with my NST, but the idea is to the LCs that want to work with China, we are going to have a WeChat with them. Okay? So it's clear. So have in mind, some people don't follow this logic. Some people don't want to go to a project. If they start a project with engineer, they want to do something social, but it's a start to sell, like a selling start point. Then if you're international cooperation, always ask why are people not going on exchange. If it's money, if it's time, try to find options that can avoid these situations. Then Always take in mind that some entities have visa issues, quality issues. In India, China, Russia, we have some issues with them. So have that in mind. And again, we strongly advise not to make cooperation with countries that are not in the national strategy. The national strategy is there because we can ensure good experience, a good process. So follow the indication. That is my strong advice as former VP, as former LCP. If you follow the strategy, believe me that you're going to achieve your goals. So next steps and things that you need to have clear. So I already mentioned the things that we want to make a little bit with the tool. So again, the tool is going to be the Center for International Relations. So we are going to have like a sheet to put all the information of visas and documents that Italians need to travel abroad. So you are going to have, because you were always asking, if I want to go to Kenya, what I can do. So we are going to make an information. You also need to be aware that usually Italians don't have issues to travel abroad, but in some cases they need to be like aware of the things that they need. So we are going to make the list. We are going to create a partners matrix that is basically, we are going to put the country partners. So we completely recommend people to go there. We are going to have the countries that we allow to travel, that as MCA say, okay, if you have a person that I want to go to Hungary and only want to go to Hungary because that is my project, put the countries that we allow, and we recommend, we don't recommend that. We say you can send people there, but it's not country partners, so we are not going to promote. And else that entities that we don't allow, and we say don't send people there for visa issues, for political situations, for quality, whatever. So we are going to create a matrix. This is going to be one of the things of the NST Summit. And I hope next week we can release things. So just opportunities, I was explaining to Angela before, and a feedback space that was a suggestion of the LCVPs, the last term, that have a spreadsheet where you as VPs, you can say, don't work with Isaac in Suez because they have this and this issue. So I need to understand very well how to do it. But we want to put also your comments if you want to work with X or Y. Okay? Questions, doubts about it? Any suggestions about the tool, how we can do? The picture that you see in the right is the picture of the tool of Isaac in Brazil. So we are copying some stuff that are very cool that they have in their tool, and we can share with you. So it's not means that Costa Rica is a partner, it's that basically this is the tool of Brazil. So to show you how it's going to look. Something else? Somebody? No? Amazing. So we have the GTCM, and this is the most serious part, and I'm going to be very serious here, is we have the GTCM. Some else already start doing it, and that is very, very cool. So you can see which else did it, so Bravo and Co. So not finish it, so that went to the tool and create the sheet for the country. So Bravo Ancona, Milano, Tre, Bari, Brescia, Napolito, Ferrara, Pavia, Palermo, Sapienza, Tor Vergata, Trento, Trieste, Torino. Bravo, bravo, you already start doing it. But nobody finished the GTCM. And today is 21 of February and nobody finished. The deadline, remember, is in the 23rd. So it's something that is worrying me a little bit because nobody started doing it. And it's something that if you don't have this, we cannot continue the next month. And it's very, very important to understand what are you going to do with each campaign and which are going to be your target. So what is going to be your goal? What is going to be your target? How you are going to communicate to that target? What is going to be the message that you are going to communicate? And the other part is what are going to be the campaign that you are going to work with, and the project that you're going to sell, and the cooperation that you have. Obviously, for tier 4 and expansion, I understand you don't have the cooperation, but you should have the project that you are going to work. You should say, if I'm going to with Eastern campaigns in economics, I want to work with the Andes way and with a smart project. So please, guys, put attention to this. This is a priority, as I was saying before in the video of the week. This is a priority of this week. You need to push your marketings, and if you are the problem, you need to ensure that you're going to have this. I know that you have exams, a lot of stuff, but this is basically one thing that can determine a good semester or not. And remember, 80% of your goals are in summer peak. So it's very, very important. Okay? So before finish, that is the last part about the GTCM. I open for questions, doubts. If you have something to say or to comment about it, this is the moment. Questions about GTCM, how to feel it, how not to feel it. Or this is very clear. That means that Santiago, we are going to do the GTC in the next 2 days, and we are going to be on track. So that's it. Somebody? Somebody. People are still here. Are going to finish very soon, but now I want to know if you have doubts. Hello. Una raga. Exactly. Bravo, Ena. Bravo, guys. So it's done. I'm going to check it. I'm going to give you feedback. Also, the idea to have it on time is I can give retroalimentation and feedback about it. Okay. Bravo, Angela. Very proud. Somebody else? People, don't be shy. How many people we have still here? We have 14 people seeing it. So please comment. Hello. Okay, Alessio, thank you to answer. Okay, guys, so if you don't have questions, the space is open. You can approach me if you have questions. But please, this open space was for that. That is the reason that it's called open space. So if you have doubts, please next time ensure that you are going. If you bring to the saves and you can bring and you can have it, because I'm worried that nobody is having this finished. So really serious. It's very important to have it, and people that follow these instructions is going to achieve the goals. So that's it. So thank you very much. That is the space. If you still have doubts, questions, or more stuff, don't hesitate to contact me. Don't hesitate to contact Miriana, if you have questions or doubts about it. Okay? So I am leaving. If it's all clear, if you don't have doubts, I am leaving. So have a good night. Enjoy it. Remember to fill the GTCM before the deadline. And ciao.